I actually have a pretty poor recollection of last session at the moment.
Would you like to recap?
I can certainly give it a try, but all I remember is Cobalt's at the campfire that's been eaten by our
You've
new.
missed. I'm just going to jump in while you're doing your recap.
Yeah,
Number one,
I missed half the session.
Yeah.
I remember the last half of the session.
we first went to the bathhouse,
Oh yes,
importantly.
and none of us could afford a prostitute.
None of us could afford a prostitute.
None of you could afford a prostitute.
It was really depressing considering the prostitute was only 2 gold.
Yeah.
Would you after that? We went.
Then we went camping and we met the kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we went.
You
we
forgot.
We had to camp outside the city because none of us had any money.
You forgot. Sorry to interrupt, but you also forgot that Pierre let their clothing just stay dirty and bought a towel when they were given enough to wash their clothing.
Yeah, the bathhouse was a
I
bad
gave,
time for all of us.
I gave Pierre enough money to wash their clothes, and they just chose to buy the towel instead.
Don't worry, they got fresh new
Who
gear.
knows, maybe the towel will come important. I believe Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says a towel is one of the most important things you can ever have.
I've never read it or watched the movie.
Oh, you should watch, and I'm debating if that could be a YouTube video because, as I said, I want to try and make everything, content.
I'm down for it if
But
like reviewing
yes,
it.
absolutely, you should watch that and read the book. Best they did.
I mean, if you ever need to get into somewhere, you just strip down, put a towel around your waist, splash yourself with some water, and push past people saying sorry, excuse me, and just don't stop. And most people won't stop you.
I tried that at a jailhouse and I got arrested. They said public indecency.
You were already in jail, so.
No, I mean I wasn't in jail. I just was put in jail after. No, continue recap. I'm sorry.
So after we met the Cobalt, we decided that we needed to make some form of money. And so we entered the Gallifrey Festival for a component for the potion needed to cure this ailment that's going around and affecting reptilian races. And we all went off, because we had a day, we all went off to try and earn some money on our own. And almost all of us were immediately captured upon re-entering the city.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Arlai got not knocked unconscious and dragged away without resisting. The apothecary is being beaten to death by 15 dudes in an alley. I can't quite remember what Pierre was doing, but Clodira and Dairy were trying to prepare for the competitions.
Yes. Us and the Helping Hands are competing in some trials to get Gallifrey's component pouch, which will have all the answers to all our problems, I hope.
It'll have some.
And there's also a warehouse which could potentially have Sam and Pierre's egg and other things in, which would drastically help us.
Oh yeah, the Helping Hands, a big guild.
Yep. Do you want to recap on that knowledge?
That was basically it.
The Helping Hands is a guild started in Silver Lake, run by Kilgore. A dragonborn.
Yes, we don't know Kilgore. A dragonborn from a different universe.
You don't know? But, you just know the name's Kilgore. And they're a dragonborn.
Yes.
So, Gath, get a point. Jess, I guess you get a point as well for the help and assist.
I guess I get a point.
Okay, since the recap's over, I just wanted to mention that did you guys mention the fact that Pierre hatched a dragon murdering world
Oh,
thing.
no, I thought that happened the session before. I completely
Nope,
forgot.
that was this
We
session.
mentioned that it ate some kobolds.
Yeah, and
No, I
it's 2 feet
completely
long.
forgot he hatched.
Snotty, you now get an inspiration point as well. You get Jess's maybe inspiration point.
What? No, I didn't.
No, it's
No,
okay.
it seems fair.
Get bullied.
No, Jess, you keep yours.
I've still got 3 of them according to my notes. So I'll put it up to 4.
All right.
I don't know. According to my notes. I don't think I've written them down for a while, so I might have more, I might have less.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got pretty much every session for the recap.
All right.
You just don't use them because you forget, I guess.
Wait, why do I get an inspiration point? I only mentioned one thing.
Well, it's like a
I know,
Pathfinder. We
you
all
don't.
just get one at the start of the game.
Yeah, why not? You get
We're all
one.
just cool.
You all start with one unless you already have one. That's how I'm playing it now. You all get one free reroll unless you do cool shit. I love hero points. They're really cool.
So do I? So I have
You could
one.
be rolling things.
Yeah, you get one.
Okay.
Don't forget it, because if you forget it,
Also,
If you keep it.
Pierre didn't get captured. She rolled nat 20s twice in terms of hunting and convincing people to buy her food, and she did so well that she managed to get 50 gold in one evening.
Oh yes, Pierre went hunting, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes, Pierre caught a big old gazelle.
Gazelle. Yep. She caught it. She got great gazelle, skinned it really well, sold it just as well, and got real clothing. And that's where Pierre left off last session.
Well, the rest of us are dead in the middle of nowhere.
She finally gets a W, but at what cost?
Well, I mean, the Be Here is a W. You'll see why down the road. But, yeah. Alright, so, picking this up, we cut to screen for 2 scenes last week. Gath and Jess. But we're not going to start with that scene. Instead, what scene are we going to start with? Well, as Derry and Claudira sneak their way closer to find out more about the trials of Gallifrey, the wizard, competition, they pick up a pamphlet only for suddenly a figure appears behind them. Clop, clop, and then a heavy guitar riff
Oh no.
as Claudira falls unconscious.
Is it a particular riff from anything, or is it just a riff?
Because this is streamed and recorded, not particular riff of anything.
Oh, okay.
Gabe, real quick though.
Yeah.
How much money do I have left?
Let's just say you still have 50. Let's say you were given enough 50 and the outfit you bought was free.
I thought I earned 50 though.
Yes. I forgot how much I said I charged the outfit, so just keep 50 for the outfit. Those are the thankfuls of the nat 20s.
Okay.
17. Derry escapes, barely, watching this hoofed figure take away Claudira. Now, Jess, Agath, which one of you wants to go first?
Roll a dice.
I don't know. All I was.
Die
still-
soft, die soft.
I rolled a 5.
What did I get? 12.
Alright,
I go first.
you go first or you decide Jess goes first?
You can't do that.
Jess will go first.
Okay. All right. As you're reading this, a hand cuffs around your is it snout with a rag.
Sure.
Uh,
Yes.
and their little hands not able to fully press the what feels like a rag against your lips. But the little bit you can kind of get the whiff of, this is knockout gas. You know it very well from your years at the academy, training, and possibly being pranked.
Frank's for that.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I should be concerned about that.
Well, the prank did kind of happen after what they call the incident, which everyone who is part of the incident cannot legally talk about.
I can't talk about it.
There's an NDA. And then they move their hand away and then just press it against you again. Go to sleep, you big baloo, says a person from behind you.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna pretend that I've been knocked out and go limp.
That was kind of easy. Yeah, it was. As you pretend to go limp, I don't roll me performance.
Okay. Really good performance. 14.
Yeah, they believe it. As you pretend to go limp, they take your hands. You can feel them kind of tie them up. And suddenly, I don't know if your eyes are closed or they're kind of partially open, but the world definitely just gets very, very dark. Very, very fast. You start to feel yourself be dragged away. And then you hear some ruffle housing from under your hood. You hear
Yeah,
some.
Arlo's really intelligent, and I think he's, put the money on that this is the helping hand.
Yeah.
Why would we want to get into their base? Let's see what's going on. We can worry about escaping later.
And as this goes on, alright, roll me. You know what? No, I'm not going to have you roll it yet. No, you hear from outside your hood. Hey, what are you doing in here? We're helping a friend. And you can swear you hear the sound of an axe being unsheathed. Or unhooked. Next thing you feel is something brush past you, whether it be your arm or possibly your head, as that familiar voice says, "You can't take that hunk!" And then suddenly, the road gets very, very bumpy. And Arli, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? As you can feel your head bump, 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 bump. And eventually bump, bump, bump up on a lot of cobble. Or what you assume to be cobble.
Okay, not good for RI. Let me just check on.
You have to beat a 13.
Okay, that's pretty doable. Well, +6 to this. It's 25.
Yeah, you're fine. These people are carrying you and running. You can definitely feel a few times something sharp go past your body. You maybe get nicked a bit here and there. And you definitely are going to wake up. You're definitely going to have a headache in the next minute or two. But you are taken away. Maybe to never be heard from again. And we swish, swash, buckle, bosh over to an alleyway. We cut back from the eyesight of one who sells medication. A pharmacist, if you will. An apothecary, in other words.
I'm probably closer to a pharmacist.
As what seems like a hammer is coming straight for their face. Apothecary, make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage since you are grappled.
Go squirm like a little baby.
And I will...
Actually pretty good.
Before you give me your number, I'm going to roll the dice to set...
Dex save.
Yeah. Before you give me a number, I'm going to roll an attack roll. Your dex has to beat this attack roll. A 9.
I think my dex roll beats a 9. It's a artificial 20. I rolled really well.
Alright. You're able, as this hammer is coming at you, to move just enough and pull one of the guys who has you. The hammer hits them in the face. That person lets go of you. And you have a brief moment to quickly act, as now you're only being held by one of the 5 people who are surrounding you. Immediately surrounding you.
Am I still being grappled? Or
Yes. You are being grappled by what seems like a town guard.
To free myself is an action or a bonus action?
Let's say right now you have both an action, a bonus action. Freeing yourself, I count it as a bonus action.
Cool, because I'd like to take my bonus action to try and free myself, and then use my action to disengage.
Alright. So this person will have to make a roly-poly-oly.
Am I still diseased? Do I need to be doing everything at disadvantage?
Not at this moment, no.
Okay, cool.
You passed your disease check, if I remember last time.
Doesn't matter. That's
You've done really well on your
acrobatics of 9.
Alright. Let's see what this bitch rolls. They get a +1. 11. You are still being grappled. If
So much I really can do. I don't. Almost everything I've had has been used or stolen. I don't have any potions left. I don't have any mutagens left. I have a goblin cane. I have my rapier, and the clothes on my back, and that's about it.
Didn't you make a potion?
No, I used it last session.
Oh. Okay.
I had a single potion, and I glassed some dude with it last session, and it healed him. Because I was expecting it to not heal, and it didn't.
You got one of the better effects of it.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you're able... As the hammer hits, you try to struggle out of this hold from this one guy. But he seems to still have you pretty wound up. Suddenly, without warning, Agnes, once more, Kirk, sorry, wrong person, Kirk, appears before you, his hands gripping his hammer, as he swings once more at you. Make another dexterity saving throw against his attack.
Come on, baby. That's a 4.
And his attack is still loading in. The only way he fails if it's a nat 1. It's... I don't know what it is.
I think these duck dice are definitely balanced wrong.
Huh?
they're pretty fun.
What's fun?
We've had days where they've rolled really well and days where they've rolled absolutely abysmally.
My duck dice, they keep rolling. They can't roll above like a 10. I've never gotten anything higher than
You've got like 4 nat 20s in a row with them.
I think you're rolling your different dice. My duck dice have done nothing but disappoint me. You might be thinking of my sparkling
Your
dice.
duck dice on the what happened to Gatlin thing, you rolled like 2 nat 20s in a row.
Yes, they rolled a 25, and that's a hit, I'm assuming.
Yes, 25 hits me.
Cook hits you, and with the force of his hammer, you take 8 damage as you are swung to the ground out of this man's grasp. Or the guy next to you. The guy who's holding you's grasp from the force.
8 damage, did you say?
Yes.
I'm going to start laughing at him. Is that it?
No.
Big man with his big hammer tries to crack my skull in, and he barely grazes me. Is that it?
And he huffs with his big nostrils flaring up. He prepares his next action. The group around you, once more, still surrounded, seem to look like they're about to approach you. You are prone. It is your go again. what would you like to do?
How many guys are there?
There are what seems to be, let's see, in your position where you came from in this alley is Kirk and 5 guys, and behind you, or the other end of this alley, are what seems to be 11 other people, mixture of city watch, guards, as well as unmarked, what you assume to be helping hands members.
Yeah, is this like a cobblestone alley or is it
Yeah.
like quite dirty?
Cobblestone,
Yeah.
because this is a fancy city after all.
Are there any loose cobbles around me?
Make an investigation check.
Back to my murder dice. Equally as not terribly brilliant. Investigation. That's not proficient. That's a 12. 11.
No. There doesn't seem to be any loose cobbles you can feel or see. At least not in your position. There is, however, a garbage lid, but it's closer to Kirk than it is to you.
Yeah, my plan was to chuck something up in the air to get their attention and then use my action to dash away and just take the opportunity attacks, hoping they'd miss me.
That would be a good plan, baby.
Yes, it's the thing to throw up in the air. Would I be able to quickly grab my goblin cane and chuck the goblin cane into the air, the one I stole off of that goblin in like session 2?
You know what?
Just like quickly reach into my bag, chuck it up into the air, and while they're looking at the cane, like get up, dash action, and sprint past them all.
Yeah, you're able to try that.
Cool. What roll should I make?
Let's see. Make a let's call it it's performance seems like a good distraction. Deception? Performance or deception?
I think I'm equally shit at both. Yeah, I'm equally shit at both. Cool. Go gadget, don't die. Fuck yes, artificial 20.
All right. Do you say anything when you toss this in the air?
I just sort of, I finish laughing, look up at this guy as he's threatening to swing his hammer at me again, and just go, think fast, as I chuck it up into the air.
And as you chuck this up in the air, something unique actually does happen. The staff glows as it leaves your hand.
Staff of returning immediately ends up back in my hand.
So it smacks you in the head.
It shines. Gath, can you roll me a flat D20 roll?
Sure.
As something magical is going to happen?
It explodes and kills everyone.
That's only when you roll under... Let's say, you know what? It explodes if you roll under...
It doesn't matter.
8.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
It just whatever is happening, it's going to explode, isn't it?
I was joking. I was going to actually say if you rolled a nat 1. it's gonna explode and everyone fucking dies.
So I went from artificial 20 to nat 1 in a single roll.
Do you want to re-roll that one?
Maybe? Yeah, sure. Let me re-roll that one.
Okay.
I want to see something happen, please. 14.
Alright. Lucky enough, that's the number I was thinking minimum to make it this item. As you tell them to look at this, the staff glows as it leaves your hand. The light shines, not bright enough to blind people, but just enough to know that this staff is starting to stretch out and coil itself together. As before you get a chance to fully run away, a giant constrictor snake appears, not wrapped around you, but encasing you, separating you between you and your enemies.
I believe, as a racial trait, I can speak to snakes.
Yeah.
Let me double check whether it's speak to snakes or cast animal
No,
friendship.
you can. I think you get both, but I think you can definitely talk to snakes.
Here you go.
Not sus.
Yanti.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, I was having some mouth troubles.
What? Mouse troubles?
Mouth.
Oh, what was wrong with your mouth?
Just tooth pain again.
I'm sorry.
It's
Maybe
fine.
you should stop with the Sugma.
Who's Candace?
The Sagondese.
Okay, before we continue, I made something really quick. Look in chat.
Real quick, Gabe,
Yeah?
stop.
No.
No. Bad.
Yes. No. I love that. That's adorable.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's brilliant.
It's Pierre and their little pet.
Blue. Or blue. Wee wee. Baguette. How the fuck do you do a French accent?
Well, the French person
Generally
isn't
start with a sense of superiority.
here. Yeah.
But I'm not playing a high elf. I'm just kidding.
Wait, you're telling me
high elf
Pierre's not a
better
high
than
elf
others.
this whole time? The fuck have I been
Maybe
thinking?
one of her... I don't know, maybe one of her relatives is one, but anyways, you can continue.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
on
it's
Gap.
just been a high elf in a bird suit, in a fursuit. Yeah, I can cast animal friendship an unlimited number of times on snakes.
Oh.
And I can't. Yeah. It doesn't specifically say I can speak to snakes, though. In your languages? In your languages, I can read, write, Common, Abyss, and Draconic. Oh.
Alright, well,
So unless the giant constrictor snake speaks Draconic.
uh,
I don't know the stats for a giant constrictor snake.
yeah, I'll send those to you too if you want it.
So I can get them up here.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that was your action. You summoned a giant constrictor snake.
God damn.
It doesn't speak any languages. I don't think it's smart enough. No, it doesn't. It's not smart enough to understand any languages.
Hiss. No.
Cool. I guess I then is animal friendship full action or is it? It's casting time of 1 action. Okay. So for the rest of my turn, there's nothing I'm gonna do because this snake's currently keeping me safe.
Yeah. But you also control the snake.
Yes. What can the snake can do? Snake. Blind. I'm gonna have the constrictor snake grab Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna look to the larger group and say, "Let me go, or the hippo gets squished."
All right. It will be a grapple check between the two.
I think it's a 2-hit.
Oh, you can do constrict as a whole. Yeah, roll the attack.
Yeah, constricts an action. Us. Doesn't matter. Misses unless his thing's like 9.
No. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the snake's whole turn as well. Then
the snake reaches out and tries to grapple at Kirk. Kirk, being who they are, swings their hammer at the snake as they don't allow themselves to be coiled up. Does a 23 hit the snaky snake?
yes, 23 does hit the snake. Somehow the snake has a worse armor class than me.
It's a huge ass snake. Yeah, it takes 7 damage.
Yeah, but I've got an armor class of 14.
That's fair.
Listen to raise one. Actually, how much damage did you say you took? Sorry,
7.
So, cool.
At this time, Pierre, can you roll me a perception check?
Ooh. Active perception check. No, we're not going to kill any hooded children. Hopefully.
I'll make you kill children tomorrow. As Charlie.
There's no game tomorrow, but...
There is! I'm the DM if people show up. Jess said so.
That's only a 5, unfortunately.
5? You don't notice it yet. You're too busy feeding Behair.
Does that taste good for you?
It's away from the absolute destruction, just to show Pierre and Blue frolicking through a field.
Hey, that's the caveat to her as a character. Every time she's happy, something horrible's going on around her.
Ain't that the fucking truth? Yeah, you're feeding Blue some just some treats you got while walking around the festival. But cutting back here. Cutting back to the fight. Can you roll an intimidation at advantage?
For me,
Yes.
Say for us, natural one, doesn't matter.
Alright, I was about to say, yeah. On a nat 1, at advantage. Is that advantage?
Oh no, not at advantage.
Yeah, at advantage.
Oh, at an advantage, it's 15.
Alright. Some of these people try to approach and your snake hisses. As it still has parts of itself trying to coil around you, protecting you.
Yes, back the fuck off. I have a big angry snake, and you don't.
The only one it seems to not frighten is Kirk. As he says, "What are you lot? Just a bunch of nanoing sissies?" As he will once again chuck his hammer at you, Apothecary, and teleport to it, striking at you twice.
Bonk.
Does a 17 and
Yes.
a 20...
Yes.
Okay, 20, not 20. 17 and a what the fuck is -2 from 17? 15?
Yes.
Okay, they both
That
hit.
still hits me.
Okay. Jesus
My armor
Christ.
class is 14.
Yeah. He comes up from out of nowhere, the woodwork, throws a hammer once more at your face, hitting you, and then appearing with a hammer is to strike you once more, doing 19 damage.
Don't worry, I didn't need that many bones.
Yeah, and now he's within your snake's little personal circle of you. It's your turn once more.
Cool. I'm gonna. Do I go? Can I have the snake go before me, or do I have to
Yes.
go before the snake?
Either one.
Okay, I like the snake to grip Kirk again. So
Yeah.
the snake's gonna make an attack. Pretty sure that's still a miss. 15.
You know what? 15 does hit.
Cool. So he's gonna take 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage, and he's now grappled.
Oh.
2d8. Where's my other d8? I have a different d8 up. I have a d8. So he's going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. He is now grappled and cannot move until he makes a escape DC of 16.
All right.
And then now that he's restrained, I'm also going to attack him. I don't get any bonuses. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to fucking cave my face in.
That makes sense.
There's a 23 hit.
23 does hit.
Oh. Oh, maximum damage. He takes 10 points of piercing damage as I poke him in the face.
All right. Yeah, you smack him in the face with what?
My rapier. I draw my rapier from the thing, take a solid lunge forwards and hit him straight in the nose with a point.
Ah! It's wrong to have a piercing and be a military man. I am going to snap your thin body in half.
Would you like me to give you a Prince Rupert next? Prince Rupert? That's what
Prince Albert.
Prince Albert.
Who is this Prince Albert?
I worry no one knows what that is.
No,
No, we're not British.
it's a dick piercing.
Oh, Jesus Christ! How do you guys know Prince Albert has a dick piercing?
I don't think Prince Albert ever did have a dick
No, it's
piercing.
the,
It's just what the name of the piercing is called.
Oh,
It's
that's
the piercing
hilarious.
you get through the front of your head of your penis.
Oh, dude, that's so uncomfortable. That seems like that's a bad idea.
Supposedly, due to there being a weight on the end of your penis, it makes your dick longer.
Not sure how true that is.
I never looked into it.
I'm gonna look into it. For science, nothing else.
So the apothecary is threatening.
I'm
Yeah.
threatening to
with
stab
good
him in the
time.
dick.
Yeah. Does the apothecary do anything else?
I'm I'm an idiot. Let's activate my Crimson Right. So my rapier starts to drip with poison as I threaten to stab him in the dick.
All right.
I should really have done that first, but whatevs.
Roll an intimidation.
What level are we? Level
5.
4. 5.
Five.
Yeah. You
Oh
guys
my God, the
leveled
bonus
up.
proficiency.
I thought we were level 4.
No, we've been through this.
Oh. I should have had an extra attack for these last rounds.
What?
I've told you guys the
You've
beginning of
told us
last
so
session.
many times.
Yeah.
I
I was
take 6 points of damage as I do that. You want an intimidation check?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, not on you.
Does the threat of a stabbed penis scare him?
It doesn't seem to frighten him, but the people around you still seem too frightened to act, even though the snake is mainly wrapped around the big gif.
Oh, I can still take an extra attack because my turn hasn't ended, has it?
Yep.
How do you know what level you are?
Leave me alone. I'm a bit stupid. 16 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
He is going to take 7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage.
Oh.
And that will be my turn.
All right. The crowd around you still has fear. His hand on his hammer, he flings his wrist just enough to move the hammer out. Trying to make an attack at you with the hammer like this, he swings it with disadvantage, or tosses it at you, even though you're right next to him at disadvantage. Natural 1. It just kind of flings to the ground. And as it...
Was that it, dude? I thought you were supposed to be big and scary.
He, if you've been around Arlai as much as you have, he seems to have been flustered by that comment. The same way Arlai is when Arlai would shoot his gun and miss. But yeah, now he's gonna make an attempt to get out of the grapple.
Yeah, he has to beat a 16 either with athletics or acrobatics, whichever he prefers.
He passes. Being able to get out, he takes another swing at you, teleporting his hammer once more into his hands. And 24.
Yeah, that hits me.
Not so talkative now, thin man. Dealing you 7 points of damage. And let's see what this does. As he hits you, your rapier drops from your hands, disarming you in the process. As he will pick up your rapier, and that will be his turn. Now you have nothing. But a snake.
Is that his turn?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big snake. The snake's gonna bite him. Let me just get it back up so I know the attack bonus. But this be a +6 to hit. 13.
13 is a miss.
About 15, we think his AC is.
Then that's the snake done. And now it's me. What can I do?
Oh shit, he should have done actual more damage to you. Oh well. Too late.
I mean, I have a dag.
You guys okay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think the apothecary's gonna die, but
I swear to God, if I don't come over and save you, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my natural born days.
Well, next, in a second, you'll be able to roll another perception check.
I knew I shouldn't have done this. It's all my fault.
Question: if I grab that rubbish bin lid, does it count as a shield?
Yeah. I'll count it as a shield.
Am I able to grab it without
You will.
taking an attack of opportunity?
He will get an attack of opportunity on you. Question: if you enhance your weapon with your blood thing, does it, and your weapon is stolen from you, does it continue? Does that effect continue? Okay.
I believe it stops
the second it comes out of my hand.
Okay.
Man.
So you wasted. It's essentially a waste at that point then.
Yeah, it disappears, and when I get it back, I have to re-lose the 6 hit points to reactivate it.
All right. I believe it's still your turn after the snake bites.
It is. I'd like to use my action to disengage and go up to the bin lid. And could I pick up the bin lid as a bonus action?
Yes, as a free action, actually.
It's a free action. Cool. I disengage, move over to the bin lid, pick it up, and start using it as a shield.
Can people disengage from Sentinel and Polearm?
yes.
Yes, they can.
But
So,
disengage just means you don't get opportunity attacks.
And polearm only works when you're entering a range.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not doing anything. The sun would break.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, nothing breaks the sun.
So cool. That's my AC bumped for now.
You got a special weapon item, the trash shield.
+1 AC.
You get a +2 AC, but any attack that hits you that deals more than 10 damage, the shield is broken.
Yeah, it only needs to survive long enough. Let me... If that was a free action, let me check a spell real quick. Fuck, the casting type 1 action. Okay, that's it. That's my turn.
Alright. Pierre, roll another perception check.
Please,
you
for the
roll-
love of God.
If you roll, let me say before you roll, anywhere between a 13 and 18, you can hear some noises in a close by alleyway. If you roll
Please,
a
for the love
19
of
or a
God.
20, you see Arlie being dragged across the street.
I love that seeing Arlo dragged across the street is the harder thing to notice.
Oh, you know what? Do you want that reversed, Gab?
Just so casual. It's just so casual the amount of corpses being dragged around this place.
Alright. With Gats...
Big bag
I
of
just-
leaves and a corpse shakes bag. Every looks like that corpse.
Can I roll now?
Yeah, go ahead. I just wanted to set the numbers to give you more anxiety.
17.
Alright. Yeah, you know what? You hear some weird things in this alleyway. You're not used to it. You're not used to hearing what seems like a giant snake and a few crowds of people.
Oh no. God damn it. As she gets blue around her neck in a comfortable fashion and flies to see what's happening.
Blue's being worn like a scarf.
Hiss!
I'm wearing my son as a scarf. You love to see it.
It's like one of those posh fox scarves, but it's just like a whole lizard that occasionally gets up and hisses at people.
I think that was a Simpsons.
Was
There's a
it?
fox scarf that was still alive. Yeah, when the cursed doll one.
Oh. I never watched enough Simpsons.
Oh, I watched so much Simpsons. It was on Channel 4, which is free television in this country, at 6 o'clock every day. It still is. Has been for 30 years.
Jesus Christ.
So what The Simpsons is.
That's fair. Cheese! Welcome.
Hey, Cheese. You doing any better?
You alright, buddy?
Little, yeah.
Good to hear it.
Let's cut away from this fight and rewind time. Let's take the dial and crank it back about 10 minutes from this point. 30 minutes. 40 minutes. About 30 to 40 minutes. Rika.
Yeah.
Everyone went off to go
Yes.
do some other things. You guys found out that one of the materials you need to cure this disease is going to be part of a materials pouch in a contest. Claudilla and Dairy Finderment went off to go A, find out what the contest is about, and B, see where they're keeping the prizes. Arlie went to go check on information to see if there's anything at the library in the documents for the Helping Hands. Pierre went hunting. And the apothecary, I forgot what you were doing when you went into the city.
The apothecary was making potions.
Potions. Oh, yes. You're going to ally yourself and get a job with the
Yes,
other
wanting to
apothecaries.
make money because we're poor.
As you all left, you all know that getting into the city is going to be... You guys cannot use the front gates or any of the gates anymore, and you must sneak in. Being wanted by both the City Watch and the Helping Hands. What would you like to do?
Well, since Rika is a people person, Rika is going to ask around town to people about these guys.
So you're trying to gather information about the Helping Hands?
Correct.
All right. To get into the city, you need to do two things. And one of these checks, because of what you're trying to do, is going to be a little harder. You must first make a stealth check to see if you can sneak back into the city. And then second, you must make a deception check. What are you doing, Nicoletta? I see. Being a pest. Wow.
$12 for stealth and $6 for deception. Rip.
All right. As you re-enter the city, you're able to, even with your metallic-like body, sneak in pretty well. Daly showed you a good way to get in and out of the city. You come up to the gate, the fence, you climb up the walls, you notice the watch patrolling those little towers. You see a few of them eating a donut or two there, and then you plop on the other side. You come up to a man with a cowboy hat. And what do you ask them about the Helping Hands?
I would ask him about Angus.
As a quick recap, what have we learned about the hands that might be worth asking about?
You personally know that the Helping Hands member, specifically, not Nelson, Jagger, is the one that found a way to steal your voice. The group, Pierre has told you that her niece and or nephew, her sister's egg, has been captured by the Helping Hands. And that's why they are against the Helping Hands. You know that this city is full of Helping Hands members. But that's all you personally know.
4 of them who are the sort of lieutenants. We've got Jaeger Crossfire Hurricane, Nelson Purple Rain, Angus Thunderstruck, and Captain Kirk
Hammer Time.
Hammer Time.
His last name is straight up just Hammer Time.
Yeah, I put the Captain Kirk in, and then
yeah, he is a captain.
Yeah, yeah, we know those 4. We kind of need to find their location so we can get them dead.
You guys fought them in one of their main buildings within the city, and in that fight, you guys almost died, and Nelson destroyed the building in your chaos, in the ensuing chaos. But even though it was Nelson that destroyed the building, because of Derry and what Derry has said, that the City Watch blame you, because that's what they have told the City Watch. Which is why the Watch is also after you.
Was he the same guy we couldn't hit to make sure?
Derry? Derry is a little known man that at one point all I said doesn't get steak. Or no, doesn't get jerky. And then now all I
things come around on him.
Yeah. Derry helped you guys escape from prison by using most of his own money. Well, not really escape, but bailed you out. You guys still have a court date pending.
Okay, then I'll say. Excuse me, but do you know a man named Jaeger?
Woman. She was a woman. But the man kind of stops and turns to look at you.
Why did he do that?
Jaeger. A woman named Jaeger. Why, I do recall. Can you all
Southern this time? I like it.
Yeah, I really wanted to give him a Southern the first time.
Actually pretty good.
Thank you. I do recall a woman named Jaeger. I also recall a woman named Rika. Looks about your height. Same build and everything. I recall this Rika woman hangs out with a Gif, an Irakokra, a gnome, and one who hides in a doctor's uniform.
Oh, that's weird. What a coincidence.
Now, I have orders to take you in. And you can see that his hand is at his hip. And he says, we can do this the easy way. Or the hard way. And as he tilts his hat up, there's a giant scar piercing his face. It seems like if it was any more to the right, it would have cut open his eye.
Rika looks like she's about to say something, then immediately books it.
I really didn't want to do this. Yeah. As you start to book it, Rika, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Gath with what's about to happen. So where is Angus? Just so that I can see what his stats are. Alright. I need you to roll 3 dexterity saving throws. Oh, wait, no, actually. No, instead. Hold on a second. Sorry. Nico! Hold on a second, guys. I am so sorry. I am going to roll 3 attack rolls against. Is it 3 or is it 2? I think it's 2. Sorry. Yeah, 2 attack rolls against Rika. As this man points his finger in this crowded city. And both of those have a +6. Rika, what is your AC? And give me 1 second. My cat's begging for food. Yes, little girl. You are getting your foodie woodies. Little woody woody.
14.
No. Oh. All right, I'm back. Sorry. 14. So the first one is a hit. As you are hit, you feel yourself be pulled back in as an eldritch blast. Shit, no, sorry. That's the wrong thing he has. He has agonizing blast.
Still an eldritch blast.
Yeah. Yeah, you get hit by one of his eldritch blasts. in the back for 7 points of damage. As
Agonizing blast is when you can add damage BTW.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see which ones I gave him, and now I see. I was looking through his character sheet. I thought he had the one that lets you pull or push. No, it was agonizing. Yeah, he shoots you in the back. One blast goes past your face, while another hits you straight in the back. And he says, "Don't make this harder than it has to be." And gives chase. But not chase like cops and robbers. No. He walked slow. And with a purpose.
Yeah, like a serial killer.
Like Michael Myers. Yeah, exactly. Or, Michael Myers is Halloween, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Jason from Friday the 13th. At this point, I want 3 initiative rolls. Rika,
Ooh.
Pierre,
Uh-huh.
and Apothecary. I need all of you to make initiative rolls. Just to see
Alright.
how this is going to play out. And if you want to ever struggle inside your bag, you may do so.
Yeah, I think like this is a good point to struggle.
Yeah. In the middle of the road. So make an initiative roll as well then.
That's a 21 on my initiative roll.
20 modified.
All right.
And for me, that'll be a... One moment.
Where's the box?
17.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't think a yawn is a roll, Snotty.
Alright, listen here, you.
Which hat? Those don't work very well.
It's 15.
All right. So,
And the chest pick up will be.
as this happens, as Rika gets shot in the back, pew, and starts to book it, we cut over back with the Apothecary and the giant snake. Apothecary, last we checked on you, you picked up a garbage can lid and started to use it as a shield.
Yes.
And with you not being next to your snake, the people around you in the alley are no longer afraid. They rush you. And once more, half of them try to grapple you, while the other half try to stab you. These are the grapple attempts. 4 of them. Each one is a +1. So 16, 12, 15, and 12.
Sorry, what was those numbers?
16, 12, 15, 12.
That?
Anything over 14 hit. No, anything over 16 hits me, so I don't think any of them hit me with my shield.
These are grabbing you.
No.
That's fine. AC still.
Yeah, I still don't think
I
any
you
of
want
them
to make
hit me.
pose checks.
Oh, do I have to make pose checks for grapples?
Do you want this where they have to meet your AC, or do you want to roll against it? The more you're grappled, if you're grappled by 2 or more people, there will be an additional, not just advantage, on when you are hit. Next.
Fuck it. They have to beat 16. They have to beat my armor class.
One person is able to grab you.
Cool.
The next group of people rush at you and make an attack. All of these will also have a +1, just to simplify it and not make it unfair. So 3 of them beat your armor class.
Cool.
With advantage. So 3d6 +3. As these people, one person grabs you, and in that moment where they grab you, the other group of people start to take swings at you, and they strike you a few times, dealing 16 damage.
I'm unconscious.
Alright. Cook makes 2 swings at your snake. Both of them hit. What the fuck is the number? Sorry, I'm stupid. Okay, that's the number. Your snake is hit for 13 damage.
13, would you say?
Yeah, 13.
I'm so sorry.
And
I'm so sorry. Were you calling me, Gabe?
not yet.
Okay, just making sure.
Cook strikes your snake a few times and approaches to your unconscious body. Ha ha! I knew that little twerp didn't have it in them. Make a saving throw, and your snake still has actions.
Because I'm led on the floor dying, and he's talking to a corpse, I just be like, you're talking to a corpse, loser.
Yeah, you can in your unconscious
if,
state.
if this guy's gonna murder me, I want him to at least feel like a bad person for it.
Yeah. Make sure you roll your death saving throw, and your snake still gets to act.
Cool. So my snake's gonna continue to try and bite Kirk. That's a pass on the death save.
Alright, cool.
Does a 21 hit Kirk?
Yes.
Cool. That's 2d6 plus 4 piercing damage. I'm gonna double check that. 2d6 plus 4 piercing. So he takes 13 points of piercing damage as the snake bites at the back of his neck.
Yeah. Ah! Looks like I have to get rid of you first. I didn't retire to have to face more snakes. Yeah. And at the end there, we cut back over to you, Cheese. And Vika. Oh. They left.
Oh.
Well, we'll cut back over to them later. Next up, Arli. You keep getting your heads... Oh, wait, never mind. Cheese, welcome back. It's your turn now. You just got shot in the back by Angus Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck. Oh.
That'd be so good to have a digital soundboard for that.
Pretty good. Is that a matching sound? Yours.
Breath of Rex's iron armor. I won't collect all the armor.
Is he wearing armor?
Yes, he's wearing leather.
I'm a dash.
All right. You start to dash and try to get away. Moving through person after person. Still in the eyesight of Angus.
BB-8. Did she leave again?
No, cheese is still here.
And I end my turn.
All right.
Oh, I think it was
Oh, Sam, okay.
At the end of your turn, it becomes Angus's turn. Let's see. How much... I gotta... Because each of these Helping Hands members is at a different part of the party right now. So, let's see. Alright. As you continue to run off, can you... And you don't hear him say anything. But a snap of his fingers. And you need to make, Rika, a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
At disadvantage. Because you are an inorganic material. A creature made of inorganic material. I'm sorry that shatter makes it a disadvantage.
Anyone's made of inorganic material if you kill them first.
Roll a what?
Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
$12.
12 is a failure. So you will take this at full damage. But first... Yes, okay. You're going to take...
Price?
Huh?
You ain't no price?
Alright. As you hear behind... As you are running in through the crowd... something sparks. And you hear just a sudden crackle crackle sounds as lightning spurts through your body. And you take 18 points of damage. And even though you're within this crowd, and this somehow sphere is mainly centered only on you, as this person still approaches ever so slowly. And that will be from you, Cheese. Next up, we have you, Arlai. Sorry. Arlai,
So I'm
You
still
ha-
struggling in the bag.
you have a bag over your head, your arms are tied together. Surprisingly, they left your feet alone.
Cool, I'm just gonna put my feet on the ground and start running.
They're holding you by your feet.
Alright, I'm gonna have to wrestle.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
So, what would you like to do, Arlai?
I'd like to shoot everyone here.
Alright. How are you gonna do that with your hands
Yeah.
tied?
Yeah,
Head.
that's kind of the problem. Well, do I have access to my gun for spellcasting purposes?
Let's roll me a d20. 10.
Okay.
Wait, let's say
Not
this.
I don't have many
1 to 10,
convenient spells.
your arms are in
9.
front. 11 to 12, back. So, your gun, I imagine, is holstered on your back, right?
Yeah, I also don't really have anything that would help here spell-wise, so I guess I'm going to try and athletics check my way out of this bag.
Alright. Just know it's your head in a bag, not anything else. Your head?
Well, I've
Is
got
it-
to get them to stop holding me with
Yeah.
my feet.
Yeah.
I've got a flail.
Flail like the giant hippo man you were born to be.
That's 4.
Um,
So they now are very aware I'm conscious and not being beaten up.
yeah. They're gonna make an opposed, because they're grappling. Essentially, you're grappled, right?
Yeah. They just got to beat a 4.
Yeah. Yeah, 20.
Who could have seen that happening?
I know, right? Yeah, they look at you as you start to try to wiggle your feet. I think this bloke's still awake. Well, the bumps or the bumpy road made them awake. You don't know what happens, Arlai, but
I don't have a counter for this. I can't get out. I can't get out with people holding me. I'm still a wizard.
you does what's the plus to this? 14 and 14? No, sorry, 13 and a 5 plus 2, 17 hit.
No,
To which one?
neither of them.
Really? None of them?
Yeah. All
Oh,
I had 16 AC.
Oh, one of them does hit then. One's a 17.
No, I thought you said. Oh, sorry. I thought you said 14 and 7.
No, 17. Yeah, you hear one club hit the ground, and the other... Oh, whoops. That would be stupid. No, stop, bitch. Fuck. The other club hits you for 5 damage.
Ow.
Stop struggling. Make this easier on yourself. Anything else you'd like to do, Arlai, while it's your turn?
No, without being able to cast spells. It's not that useful.
I will let you make one more check to see if you can reach your gun.
Oh, please. I don't have another action this turn, but I'd really want to be able to hold my gun.
This will be your last thing you can do on your turn. Sleight of hand.
Just for comfort.
Roll me a sleight of hand check to see if you can reach behind yourself and grab your gun.
Okay.
Sleight of hand or athletics? Or
Both
acrobatics?
Of those are 20.
Oh,
Every
yeah, you're
combination
able.
is the same.
You're able
It's
to
always a 20.
reach behind as
Okay,
you're getting
cool.
hit
On
with these
this,
sticks
I can save myself next turn.
and grab your gun.
Cool.
Um,
I can free myself once I can cast spells.
Next up is Pierre. Pierre, your little French bird self is flying through the air, and you come across this alleyway where you heard the noise. And above all, as you look down, you see the apothecary get grabbed, and a few people reach out and start to hit the apothecary with their hands, clubs,
Hold the ground.
and stabbed with a knife. And the apothecary falls
it?
unconscious in the arms
Jesus
of
Christ.
one of these people as
Yeah.
Cook approaches with this giant snake biting at Cook.
Jesus Christ, what is this, London? But anyways. Am I allowed to make that joke?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
What the fuck are you on, Gabe?
What?
Yes, of course you're allowed to make fun of London.
Yeah. Everyone can. Everyone can make fun of two things. The British and the Americans. Because let's be real, they're not that far away from each other.
You can only make fun of Britain if you've been colonized by us.
Alright, here's what I would request to do. I would like to fly down and attempt to grab the apothecary.
Alright? Yeah. You will be hit, though, on your way to the apothecary. You will be attacked at.
Okay, but let me clarify.
Yeah.
It's in the sense of she wants to try and swoop down and grab him and fly back up.
No, I get it. So, what will happen is this. You'll grab him, but he is being grappled at the same time. So you will need to make an opposed grapple check against the person holding the apothecary.
And how do I do that?
You will have to roll in athletics or acrobatics, whichever one is higher for you. But once you get close enough, you will be attacked by Kirk. So the attack of Kirk will happen.
You killed this hippo once before. You can do it again.
Yeah, the attack of Kirk will happen before you're able to do the grapple with the apothecary's unconscious body.
My athletics is better than my acrobatics, so I will use that.
Alright.
But
no, you are being attacked first. As you swoop down...
So the issue is, we know that Kirk has both Sentinel and Polearm.
Yep.
Which means we can't move if he hits you.
Yep.
you want to make that very clear to Snoddy?
Yep. I was
And
gonna
then
say
goes
it.
Matt.
If Cook does make this hit, you will not be able to move until your next
Oh
turn.
dear.
So you'll have to fight him.
Yes. But if
Um,
he misses, you will have a good chance to take the apothecary because you will have advantage because of blue. Just making this clear.
well,
Because your little bear will help you.
nice.
So are you still going in for this plan?
She will. It's a
Alright.
risk she's willing to make.
Does a 19 hit you?
Oh, yikes.
Yeah,
Can we
it
use
does.
inspiration
Fuck,
to
if
make
only
him
you were.
reroll?
Damn it! If only she was Charlie.
Can we use inspiration to make him reroll?
You think I play inspiration like Lucky? Yeah, sure. If you want.
Fuck it, go for it. I'm gonna reroll that one.
It has to be Snotty's, though.
Ugh.
If it was anything else, like Snotty's roll, I will allow Snotty if you're okay with it. You giving
Wait,
her your
what do you mean?
inspiration. Do you
Wait, what do
want?
you mean roll? I
You have
thought
your
you were asking if a 50 hits.
no. Would you like to have Kirk re-roll when you use your inspiration dice?
Okay.
Because if 19 does hit you, you are stuck and he deals damage.
It'd be really nice for you to not be stuck, but Gabe won't let me spend my points
Damn.
to do it.
You have to spend your own point.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have Misty Step. What if I use that and then grab him?
You will
takes
still
to the air.
appear in the range of Kirk. He has a 5-foot range.
So the issue is it says entering, but he might still get one on the way out. But
yeah.
could you grab
Okay.
the apothecary then Misty Step?
Would that
Okay.
would work. But question. Isn't teleporting in a space still entering a space?
No.
No, it's not.
mechanically.
mechanically?
It only counts as entering a space
Wait a
if
minute.
you are on the outside of the space and use your movement to enter the threshold.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
It's
Gabe as
so
well.
Things like shadow monks can teleport in and out without being bullied repeatedly.
Oh, is that why Bitchmite, when she became a shadow monk, was a little OP?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Gabe as
continue.
well. I also have Hold Person.
You can use that if you want to try using it on Kirk before you get down there.
It may reduce the risk of me getting hit.
Yes. So you have a few options. You can either take the 19, use Hold Person before you go down there. I'll still let you use Hold Person, and if he does not pass the saving throw, that 19 is invalid. If that's okay with you. If you're down for it to play out like that.
Hey, that is playing out like this.
What do you prefer, Gath and Jess? I think.
I am on 1 success, so there's no rush to grab me right now. It's probably more important that you survive the encounter.
Well, then I'll use Hold Person.
Alright, what saving throw does Kirk have to make?
Okay, choose a creature that you see. Okay, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. Excuse me. The target must make another Wisdom saving throw on a success, so the spell ends on target.
Alright, what's the number Kirk has to beat?
I'm trying to check.
8 plus proficiency plus spell attack. Or spell...
8 plus... 8
Spell?
plus proficiency plus spell attack?
is it's not spell attack. A spell attack is proficiency plus spell number. You're
Thing is, it's not
paladin, so it's
telling me-
charisma. What's your charisma score? Modifier.
My, it's a +3.
Alright, so 3 plus what is level 5's proficiency? That's a 3, right?
Yeah, I
Jess,
have a
Gath?
+3. I see a proficiency bonus here.
Well,
It says
proficiency
+3.
at the moment is 3. Yeah.
Alright, so that's 6 plus 8. That makes your thing a 14.
Mhm.
So if Kirk rolls a 14, you are struck with his hammer.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Not psychologically.
He rolled a nat 1. -1, 0. He rolled a 0. As he's coming at... Let's play out this scene. As he starts to swing his hammer as you're coming down, it looks like a direct course. You, with your instincts, hold person, and Kirk stops in his tracks. Hammer almost striking you at your wings. As you make it to the apothecary.
Hey. Charlie, are you okay? Speak to me.
Ow. The apothecary is unconscious.
Damn it. Blue, are you okay?
Hiss.
Okay, good boy. Just stay
Scene.
down there. Let it safe. All right.
As she just has him in her, inside of her shirt, basically.
Blue?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, are there still dudes around us that are
Yes.
trying to fight us?
Around 15
Okay.
different men and women.
Can I roll intimidation since I'm fairly good at that?
You may. How do
Okay.
you intimidate
Hopefully
these
it
guys?
works. She's just gonna look around at the knife-wielding maniacs and use that signature glare she has. The glare with her piercing red eyes and overall raptor appearance.
Alright, roll your intimidation.
Alright. Bro, I just had some fish and chips. It was so good.
Okay, when you say chips, do you mean French fries or do you mean
Ah.
chips?
No, like fat soggy chips with fish and chips.
Proper chips.
But also that was an 8, unfortunately.
Yeah, as you puff out your fur, this big ass snake seems more scarier than you. By the way, there's a big ass snake here too.
My snake is allowed to do things when I'm not dying.
Alright, I
Your snake made
believe that's all I can. I believe that's all I can do.
You... Alright, yeah. As your turn ends there, we go back to the top with you, apothecary. Unconscious.
Successful death save. Is the snake able to start lashing out randomly? In fact, no. The snake's going to try and fucking contract Kirk again, and because he's paralyzed, he automatically fails.
I think that's true. Dex and strength save.
Oh no, because he's paralyzed,
He's-
I get advantage on.
No, I
the
think he also.
an
It's he
attack.
auto. I think. Yeah, he
You
auto
auto
fails.
crit, but it's advantage.
Yeah.
Cause hold person
Does
is it
a
paralyzed?
16 hit Kirk. Yeah, whole person paralyzed.
Yeah. Yeah, it hits.
Cool. So he's actually going to take 4d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage as he's crushed to death by this snake. Just grab a couple more d8s.
I hate that I know this isn't going to be enough to kill him. I have that person one.
Gave you all of them, didn't
Nope. I'll get back to you. Come on, come on, come on.
I? 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, yeah. You start to crush him, and he just grunts in pain. Anger welling up in his eyes. And maybe a tear or two? Some of these people look over at the snake. And they immediately make strikes. All but one hits.
Oh yeah, how much damage does my snake take?
As these people try to help their boss, or one of their bosses, and that's 16 points of damage to the snake.
Yeah, the snake still doesn't give that much of a shit. 16, did you say?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
Damn, the snake has a lot of health. And the other 4 people look at you, Pierre, unimpressed. They all, the other group of people make a strike at you. What's your armor class, Pierre?
15.
2 of these people strike you as clubs and daggers hit you within this little area as you take 7 points of damage.
Hey, Bill. Hey, listen, it's lucky that I'm not.
And as
Despite being attacked, despite being attacked like this, she is still like clutching her hands at her chest, kind of protecting Blue inside of her shirt, and also her wings are, covering the apothecary best she can.
Oh.
Pierre, can you roll me a d6?
A d6?
D6.
Like a 1d6?
Yes. Just 1d6.
Okay. 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
Alright. Nothing happens.
What was this for?
You'll find out later.
Ooh, mysterious.
I know, right, girl? Cheese, it's your turn. We cut back to you, and somehow the chirping of thunder rains against your body.
Dash again.
You start to dash once more away, going through crowd after crowd.
And that's my turn.
I need you to roll me a... If you're trying to get out of his view, I need you to roll me a... stealth. Not that you're trying to hide, but you're trying to get out of his view.
$16.
that. Okay. You try to escape, and once you're a little bit further away, you think you're out of his sight. And then suddenly, from the blue, where is it? Two eldritch blasts from you don't know where. Probably from behind you, the side, a higher vantage point, shoot at you. As you take 32 points of damage.
And I am down.
Oh,
That was a critical from that attack. We will now go back to you, Jess. Arli.
Yeah, wiggling that bag, Arli.
No.
You get your hands onto your rifle on your back.
you must be
I
having
won't
actual
stop struggling, because I can do this. And Arli's going to cast Enlarge on himself. And suddenly becomes a 12-foot hippo person who weighs actually like a ton.
Alright. Your binds no longer bind you. You are free from the shackles of
Am
your
I still
previous
blinded?
size. Huh?
Am I still bag over my head, or is it gone?
Let me finish. Your shackles you have broken through from your previous size, creating a new enlargement fetish in some younger folks here. And the bag rips apart. You choke a bit, because, you know, it's... but rips from your face. These guys' hands let go of your feet, no longer able to hold you. And as you stand up, these two members of the Helping Hand look at you. What do you do?
Start running.
You're just gonna run away?
Were these just two random members of the Helping Hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't need to deal with these people.
As you turn around, your enlarged self. How big are you, technically?
Like 12 feet tall?
12 feet tall.
What's your size class? Are you a huge?
Large.
Large. Roll me a perception check as you start to run.
Okay.
Does the spell say all your clothes change with you, or is
Yes.
you now Hulk style naked?
No,
running
you
through
get
the
to
street?
choose what clothes. But I do think it'd be funny if our lies in like Hulk style torn clothes now.
You can be. I'll allow it.
Do I choose to destroy my own clothes? What a dilemma.
Do you?
I don't know. Fuck it, let's do it.
All right. Your clothing tears with you. The only thing is what seems to be your pants. The ends of your pants are ripped, and it feels even tighter around your nether regions. But on your 17 perception, as you start to run away, you do notice on top of a roof Angus, and he has his fingers pointed like he's holding a gun. And further down the road, you see Rika unconscious.
So I've already used my action. But yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna charge this fucker on the roof.
All right.
I'll
Thud.
use the rest of my movement to try and get to close to Angus as possible.
And as you make it on top of the roof, why?
Would you let me try and push him off as a bonus action?
What do you think this is, Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes.
You're able to get up on the roof, but that's as far as you're able to make it.
Please. Please, can I?
I like the way you beg. All right. I'll give it to you.
Cool.
At disadvantage. No.
Cool.
I'll make it fair. Yeah, I'll let you push if you really want.
Yeah. I don't think it matters. But I can now carry up to a ton of weight.
That is a lot.
I'm a very strong boy. And that's a 21?
That's a 16. Yeah, you're able, as he hears you come up, he goes, well, and then you shove him.
Yeah, it's just like a full shoulder charge.
Yeah. He's on the roof. How do you calculate fall damage?
It's the amount of feet fallen for every 10 feet is a d6. It's not as every 10 feet.
Let's just do an even 20 feet. 2d6. Yeah, he takes 8 damage.
It caps off at 20.
It's every 10 feet, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that's about, it's like a roof is like 20 feet up, right? If it's a small roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he gets 8 damage after the fact.
Cool. I'm just going to try and jump on him next turn.
Alright. Now it goes back to the, no it doesn't. It's Snooty.
Yes, please.
Snooty?
No.
Hello.
It's
How'd you
back
just
to you.
forget to pronounce my name.
What? You're telling me it's not Snodsuz?
I'm gonna kill him. But anyways, so now that these guys have sufficiently, is this money in here? Nope, it's just paper. Never mind.
I
thought I
take it.
found free money, but anyways. If this thing will ever load, I would like to pick up the apothecary and make for the sky.
Alright. You pick up the apothecary.
No strength saves or nothing?
You know what? Because he let go to stab at you, make a athletics check. Because you are carrying... How much does the apothecary weigh?
And the apothecary is a spindly little snake lady. She is on the lighter side of a human.
Okay, so
I think
human
currently
woman.
weighs 3.5 tons.
Let's say Average weight's
Or
about
maybe
140.
I should hit the gym.
140, 150. What is your strength score, Pierre?
Oh, my strength modifier?
Yeah.
It's a +3.
Okay. So, but what's
And
your
I just rolled
number?
I just rolled a 10. Wait, do you want me to tell me you want me to tell you the number?
Yeah. What's the number that's with that modifier?
If your number's a 3, it will be a 16 or
or-
a 17.
Yeah.
It,
Maybe I'll get 16 for our level.
it's a +3.
Yeah, but is it a 16 or a 17?
How do I check without just downright? Okay, fine, I'll check.
Let's say
You're
it's a
going to
high
choose to,
17.
don't you?
Yeah.
It's a 16, yeah.
Okay. So 16 times, I think it's 15? 240. Yeah, you know what? On that 10, you're able to lift the apothecary quite easily. They're very light woman. And you take to the sky. But
Internally, she's thinking. Oh, go ahead.
as you are leaving, attacks of opportunity are gonna happen on you.
Uh-oh.
What's your AC?
15.
Yeah, none of those hit.
Oh. Internally, she's just thinking.
After this is all, I have got to take you to my restaurant and get some food and sleep good around.
But yeah, you're able to fly out of there. Gath, I need another death saving throw.
Aye, Captain. Oh, another pass. I'm stable.
All right. And your snake. What is your snake gonna do?
Because Kirk hasn't been able to break free, they are going to constrict them again. I believe because they're still constricted, it automatically hits.
Yeah.
I hate when my family watches like scary movies in the other room because it's not pleasant when you're trying to sleep and you just hear the tortured screams of a man.
I still
know.
have to roll to hit, but it's an advantage. Is he still paralyzed?
Yes.
They both got exactly the same number? Does 16 hit?
Yes.
Cool. And because he's still paralyzed, he's going to take 4d8 auto crit. 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Yeah, he.
As the snake continues to constrict and constrict and constrict.
He is looking real fucking rough. And by real rough, I mean probably single digits. He is going to make a saving throw. Never mind. He is still constricted.
Lol. Wait, has the apothecary woken up?
No, they're stable. They're unconscious for now.
Okay, well, I'll say this. Pierre is now going to try to find the others because if this shit's happening, she doesn't even want to imagine what's happening with everyone else.
Now, this is what's about to happen. All these people are going to make one last attempt to save Cook. And he might just die here.
Idiot.
I kind of really hope he does.
So here are 8 d20s for an attack rolls. And how much is the armor class of it? 12?
You have to be at 12.
Alright, so one of these 20s is, one is a critical. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So
He has 24
5d6
health remaining.
plus 1 plus 5. So 5d6 plus 5. It's possible to get this. Let's see. 23.
Snake's still alive. Kurt's gonna fucking die.
All right. Yeah, these guys are beating the shit out of it. You know what? Before we go to, do we want to see if Kirk lives or dies? Right now, yes or no? I will let this, or else we will wait till Pierre's next turn.
I
I
kind of
would
want to
wait.
see it now. Well, okay.
What'd you say, Gath?
I said I reckon we should wait.
Wait?
Keep the suspense.
Okay. Because what we're going to do is have the snake make one last roll, and this is the snake's last thing it can do. If it fails and misses Kirk, Kirk lives. If it hits Kirk, Kirk's dead. But we will move
the
on.
snake has 1 hit point, so...
Yeah. And so does Kirk, by the way. They both are at 1 hit point right now. Meta knowledge. Alright. Cheese. I will have to ask you to make a death saving throw.
Is it bad that sometimes I'm afraid of watching game or movie reviews these days because, like, yeah, this movie looks like shit, but could you please not talk about the U.S. political scene?
What movie review are you watching that's talking about the U.S. political scene? In what movie?
Well, what I mean is, I want to watch them, but a lot of them, for some reason, teeter on talking about like politics or like identity politics and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, I'm just trying to figure out why that Suicide Squad game is hated. Stop telling me about the Snowflake generation or whatever the hell.
I can tell you why the Suicide Squad game's hated. It's because it's shit.
Yeah.
And it's a sequel to a popular franchise.
It's a very generic third-person action game where none of the characters are very well defined, and it's more interested in selling you microtransactions.
But it's a sequel to the Arkham games,
Ew.
which are really good.
Yeah. I saw someone pissed
I-
off that they turned Deadshot black.
Well, Deadshot's going
Is?
to be based off of Will Smith for the rest of time, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why the
Yeah,
fuck would you set in it the Arkham voice?
Place. Can you tell me what Deadshot was?
He's dude in a mask.
Dude in a mask.
Yeah.
Why not have a black dude in a mask?
I
They
forgot he was
It's
Will.
fine.
Because people are
I was-
weird.
I feel like
They-
he had no character before.
they
Will
they
Smith gave him a little bit
they
of
were
life.
mad because Deadshot in the Arkham games is white. That's why people
In the
were
Arkham
mad.
games, he wears a mask, doesn't he?
Yeah,
They
why
also-
couldn't it be a dude who replaced the other Deadshot?
Yeah, I don't know. Ask the fucking TikTok video I saw with
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm not
I'm a good fan for a little strange.
really weird.
Hmm.
I'm a good fan.
But, yeah, Cheese, roll those coins.
roll
Please
that
live.
death save. I think this is the first time where I've actually set encounters where, yeah, you guys probably might die.
12.
That is a pass.
We should use your DM's coin for death saves. It's just yes or no.
50-50.
But before
Guys, I swear to-
Jess gets to go, Angus
I
gets to
activate
act.
my trap card.
Angus stands up and looks at you. Oli Hilder.
I'll place possibly down in defense mode.
He has a significantly more southern accent now as well.
You gave me a glass of water instead of the cure. And because I made my boss mad, my boss gave me this scar.
Yes.
You handed him a vial of water and said it was the cure for this weird snake disease, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
You really believed that was the cure?
I thought we were friends.
It was literally a transparent liquid.
Yeah.
I realized. Yeah, and he's gonna make a few attacks on you. $2d20. Does a 16 hit you?
It does.
Alright. 1d10 plus 3. 13 points of damage as he shoots an Eldritch Blast. Next.
What, hammer time? Oh no, this is fucking Angus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Angus,
lost my mind for a second.
Angus will then look like
Yeah, no, I know it's Angus. Yep,
he
this is
puts
fine.
his
Just like
hand
himself.
over his lightning medallion as he prepares an action. And that will be
Can't power attack if you've already made an attack on turn.
that will be the end of his turn.
Cool, he hasn't moved.
Nope.
Cool.
So it's your turn. What are you gonna do, Jess?
Oh, I'm gonna jump off this. No, I should probably shoot him first, then jump on him. Oh fuck it! I jump on him.
As you jump, his saved action activates. And you take 2d6 damage.
What does he do?
He got to attack and save an action. Seems broken.
Yeah, because, when you cast a second spell, as long as one of them's a cantrip, the other can go off. You take 7 points of fall damage.
Cool. It's a bonus action.
Yeah, and Angus seems to be nowhere in sight. Roll a perception check.
I'm trying to jump on top of him.
Yes. And he's gone.
Okay.
He cast Misty Step. If you were to move or look like you're about to do something to him, the triggering effect would be Misty Step.
Why would you not just Misty Step on your turn?
Because if he did Misty Step on his turn, you'll see where he went. If you try to hit him and he moves, it seems cooler,
That's fucking nerd. Time to perceive.
Let's see what his stealth would be like for this. Uh, 15. You don't know where he is. As there's these people who hear this fight, some stay and watch, others kind of scatter.
How far is Rika?
Rika is around 30 feet from you.
Can I get to Rika this time?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Cool, I'll get to Rika and cast not healing touch.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. So Rika is back conscious with.
I'm so glad that you guys are all okay.
12 health.
I swear to God. Oh, Thank God.
Yeah. Rika, you gain 12 health, and if you'd like, make a perception check.
Six.
You do not. You wake up and you don't know what's going on. In front of you is Arlai as Arlai cures you.
Online is menacing.
Rika
Yeah, the big,
softly
like-
says thank you.
No problem. And there's like a big dent in the floor where Arlai, who now weighs the same as an elephant, hit the ground. So the pavement cracks under him. Yeah, that's all I can do for my turn.
Alright. Snotty, I'm assuming you're still taking, where are you taking the apothecary?
Admittedly, she's not even quite sure herself. As she's after all the adrenaline has died down, now she's kind of panicking because holy shit, what do I do? Where do I take you? Where is everybody else? What the is happening? Is all that's like running through her. Fuck.
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Hire a kobold, they said. It would be fun, they said. Okay, that'll be 11.
On an 11, as you're flying up, you see a concerned Daily Finderment close by, running in panic. Or what seems like panic.
We will swoop down.
Whoosh. Pierre! Pierre! And as you see
Alright.
Daly
Alright,
up
take it
close,
easy.
you notice that Daly's bloodied and bruised. They got Cladira!
You see her face go completely blank, well, as blank as a person with a beak can show. And then you see her eye twitch a little bit. You see her twitching a little bit, and her eyes just go completely wide. And then she breathes out.
Darling, can you take the apothecary here somewhere safe? Back at our little campsite. Can you do that?
I can. Is she okay?
She should be now. Just keep her safe and stay out of the city. Me and Bluey, though, we are going to have to get your friend back. What did the people who took her look like?
She had hooves for feet and horns. She had a guitar like it looked like it.
Is he describing Jaeger?
Yeah, he describes Jaeger to you. And then he touches the apothecary and does cure wounds for an extra 3 hit points back to you, apothecary.
I'm alive.
Yeah, you're fully alive. You're awake.
I wake up. And you just... Where's my snake?
And as you say that, make the last rolls. The snake is going to be dead. no matter
Oh,
what.
baby. Is
It's
was
just
Faye
it's
still
Cook.
paralyzed?
Is Cook still paralyzed? Does hold person end once you leave its range?
No,
No,
They
it
have to beat the
lasts
save.
as long as concentration. They have to beat the save.
Has
roll at the end.
Pierre
They get
kept
rolled at the end of every
concentration?
turn.
The question is, has Pierre kept concentration? Yes or no? If
I'd say
yes,
she only really.
okay, go on.
I'd say she was like kind of fixated on keeping the apothecary safe, but didn't think too hard about not doing the spell anymore. Does that make sense?
So, did you I guess did are you saying you
The
undid
game
the
rules
spell?
state. The game rules state that your concentration doesn't break until you're injured and fail a concentration check, or until you cast another concentration
Or if the
spell.
DM decides something else requires concentration,
Yes.
like a ship in a storm, or rocks, or on a mountain. I think the examples it gives.
So here's what I'm gonna say. If Pierre, once they escaped, believed it not to be sufficient enough to keep concentration, then the spell is over. So it's up. I'm giving this to the player's choice of Snotty. Snotty, I know you hate making decisions, especially big ones. But would Pierre have lost or dropped concentration to focus on helping the apothecary?
I don't think so, because she probably wouldn't see a reason to stop the spell, seeing as that guy could probably follow us.
Okay, so the answer to you, Gath.
Also,
Yeah.
were you rolling the wisdom saves every one of
Yes.
that guy's turns?
Each one
Okay,
of his
thank
turns, it was he rolled a critical fail.
Yeah.
The dice gods
Jesus.
might want Cook to just stay dead. This time,
they're
Cook.
gonna get what they want. Natural 20.
Oh, roll damage. Let's see how overkill this is.
It's a shame you can't double stack crits.
All right.
He is going to take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as he is crushed by this snake.
All right. Let's. You know what, Gath? Do you want to do the death scene for Cook?
I can do. I can
Describe
quite
how Cook
happily
dies.
describe as the snake grasps tighter and tighter round Kirk's body. The last drabs of life exit him, allowing him to finally go limp as you hear a sudden shattering of rib cages as his ribs puncture all of his internal organs and he dies of internal bleeding.
And as that happens, the snake is stabbed to death in that alley.
Yeah, and then the snake gets shipped 60 times.
But let's go back to you, Pierre, and the apothecary, real quick.
You spot a giant ally.
Not yet.
But, apothecary, you're alive. I was so worried for you.
The apothecary takes, just is gasping for air.
They got Cordelia.
Oh, shit.
I know.
But
If
she
it's who
doesn't.
I think it is. If it's who I think it is you're talking about, I highly doubt I can take her alone. Especially since we're basically public enemy number one in this city.
My armor class would have gone back down because I'm no longer. I couldn't be holding the inlet anymore.
You also don't have your rapier anymore.
Yeah, I don't have any weapons anymore. My dagger got stolen in that fight with Lee Lizardfolk. My crossbow broke in the bar fight, and my rapier was just stolen by Hammer Time, so I have no weapons at all.
How about I lend you one of mine?
If you have a short sword, that would be much appreciated. Or
All
any
I have
direct
is a
weapon.
all I have is a scimitar and a short bow.
Okay, I'll take the short bow if you're willing to part with it.
Yeah,
I'm
I am.
totally
I'll be
happy.
honest. She rarely uses it. Watch this fucking. She will relinquish her short bow to you.
Thank you.
Here, take this. I noticed that all your weapons weren't exactly. Just
Chip
take
shape.
it. Try.
Strong character for that.
Oh shit, it is, isn't it?
I've got claws. I don't need it right now.
But
But
Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, as you hand your weapon over, we're gonna cut back to Cheese's turn, real quick.
Yeah.
Cheese, Ovika, you've been awoken by your good friend Orlai. Or not awoken, but brought back up.
Resuscitated.
Recuperated.
Shall we find the others?
We must. They must have also been attacked. Where would a bird and some sort of magic person go?
A bird, a snake, and a gnome. Sounds like the setup for
And
No,
we
it's
go
not
looking
hard
for the
today.
others.
You're still in combat. Fun fact, you two.
Yeah.
Uh,
But,
what would you like to do as
I
an
don't know where
action,
the enemy
Cheese?
is.
Yeah, you don't. Which means I mean, I don't know if Rika knows you're still in combat.
Yeah, okay, let's go look for the others. Not like this other fuckers here.
Ah. Okay, Gabe, you gotta give me a hint or something. I literally don't know what to do.
Alright. So, around you, it's your turn again. If you'd like, you can make another perception check. Perception or investigation. Whichever one is higher for you.
Ow. Excuse me.
And if you want, you can roll either of them at advantage because Arlai is with you.
Mom, why is there a big hippo in those streets?
Susie, you shouldn't call Amanda. Oh my god.
He is thick! 17. Alright, on a 17, as you're getting up and you say, let's look for the others, you notice on a roof about 40 feet from you is the man with the cowboy hat, Angus.
Do, 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 do.
And it looks like with that 17 that he's pointing his fingers at Arlai.
Wait, it's 11 already?
I know this one's gone so fast.
What's the name of that track from the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
Good, the
I
bad,
could've
the
sworn
ugly,
it was like-
feeling. I don't know.
You guys have been in a very intense session. And that's because everyone but Pierre literally didn't get caught. Everyone but Pierre got caught.
I'm gonna be honest, I was so terrified that I
Oh,
was going to have
alright.
to save everyone on my own. And this isn't me being egotistical, this is me being like, please, please don't make me have to do this.
I only mean all I was baiting them into a trap. Just waiting for the perfect moment to lay his ambush.
You idiot.
I just want to say, Arlai, if you would have fought back at the library, the librarian was going to help you fight.
Well, yeah, but
He wants to...
Paula kind of doesn't want the librarian to get hurt.
That's fair. The librarian... Librarians have feelings too.
Rika growls. Alright, no more fucking around. Cloud of daggers on the guy.
Alright, Cloud of Daggers. Yeah. You summon your Cloud of Daggers to surround, this guy. Yeah, it's within feet. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do?
Does he take damage now or on his turn?
On his turn, he takes damage. Also, I found out the spell Spirit Guardians acts the same way. It's on their turn, or when they enter the area, they take damage.
I thought that was Guardian of Fate that acted like that.
Guardian of Faith also acts like that, but Spirit Guardian's the one that circles around the player. Same thing. If you walk, because like I know in Baldur's Gate 3, if you walk into someone, it activates like right away. But in normal D&D ruling, you could not do that. It's on their turn. Oh, when they walk into you. Found that out today, listening to my D&D podcast.
Well, I think I knew that, but it's more fun to do it the other way.
Yeah, I know. If you want to roll the damage right now, you can.
Bardic inspiration for my ally next to me, and that's my turn.
Just want to say you're still out in the open, and you don't have much hit points.
Yeah, not a lot we can do about that.
This cover.
It's also aiming at me and not.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So at the end of your turn, Rika, it goes to Angus's turn. Roll your damage for Cloud of Daggers. Which is 4d4.
I remember.
Now I can erase Kirk's name from my character sheets.
Yeah, because that bitch is dead.
Hopefully for real this time.
Yeah. He faked it last time.
Death by birds and snakes.
Makes it very good for someone who got stabbed a lot.
Yeah. He was getting really low. he could move his arms, and that's why I had you guys roll in like investigation or perception check. You all failed, and he secretly used a thing that let him fake his own death.
Well, I has a +8 to investigation. I can't remember what the roll was now.
It was less than 10.
I don't know. During this whole campaign, I've consistently rolled under 10. And like not just a little under 10, but like a lot under 10. Like my average roll is probably in this campaign down to 5.
All of our average rolls are really fucking low.
Snotty keeps rolling fucking good.
Thank you.
Cheese, whenever you want to do the 44, buddy. But with your friend's perception of him, you and Rika letting you know, I'm assuming, his next attacks will not be immediately at advantage. And you will take the Cloud of Daggers hit, and then Arlai does, I'm assuming only a 20 hits you.
20 does hit me.
As he shoots an Eldritch Blast and then runs off into this roof. Pew! Leaving the area of the Cloud of Daggers. But, wait, hold on, higher ground! That's advantage still, right?
That's up to you as a DM.
Mm.
In the rules, I thought it was just.
Is it just
difference in the rules?
Well, you can do. It's an optional thing. You can make whatever rules you want to.
Nah, I won't let this be at advantage. Not this time. I'd say it's not at advantage because he got hit by the Cloud of Daggers.
That's the second giant constrictor snake the apothecaries left, are we?
Pretty fucking poor.
Yeah. And he will run further onto this roof, escaping the range of the Cloud of Daggers after being attacked by it. Ola Helder, he shouts out.
Come back here, bitch.
12 damage, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, he takes it. Yeah, and that'll be the end of his turn.
What a bitch.
He escapes further onto this, on a different roof, about 40 feet from you. And now he is out of sight. Out of your direct line of sight.
He's on one of the roofs, you said.
Yeah. And it's your turn, Jess.
Oh, cool. I need to get on a roof. I do not have Misty Step. So I'm going to cast Jump on myself.
Okay, I like where this is going.
So, how tall am I? That's all. As my strength score, I currently have Jump on me. That's a huge creature. So I can jump like 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
If I can, I'd like to land on him.
Uh,
I'm also very
No.
happy just being up on the roof.
no. Because I gave you the free shove earlier, and you don't know
This is very
exactly.
fair.
You don't know exactly where he
Yeah,
is.
no, there's no reason I should be able to jump on him.
Yeah, there's no logical reason. It would be funny, lol, lol, but no, not this time.
Cool. Then I'm crashing to the roof. Can I see him when I get up here?
Uh, yeah, you do. You see him on the next rooftop over.
Cool. I've used my action, but we've got my little gun turret, and I've also got the homunculus now, which is another little turret that might also be able to shoot at him. What same action? What? Bonus action to activate the cannon. Cool. How does the homunculus work? Artificial infusions. Homunculus servant. He shares my mission account. The only action it can take on its turn is the dodge action, as I use my bonus action to give it a different one. Cool. So he can't do anything. So I shoot my cannon at this fucker.
All right, roll for attack.
Might be a +9. Let's get +4 with it. It doesn't matter. That's still a 25.
25 hit. Hit.
Fuck you. He takes 5 points of damage. My little turret just blasts him.
Ugh. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
Good old fashioned duel over the rules.
I'll agree. You and me.
Stop running away then, coward.
There's more to a duel.
Than being a yellow-bellied coward. On. Fight me.
Oh, I'm gonna. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
Alright, it goes back to Snooty and Gath.
Mm-hmm.
Derry cries. I did try to help Cladira.
Whatever, dude.
Yes, we'll go off. I need to get my weapon back first. Are the guys still hanging around the snake cane? Because it's now just gone back to a cane on the floor, I presume.
Yeah, it's a broken cane.
Cool. Are they all just hanging around it?
You guys are quite far. How far did Pierre take the apothecary?
Well, that depends. How far was Daisy? I mean, fuck.
Daisy? I
Derry
don't know
to
who the
them.
fuck Daisy is. Let's say like a block, like a few blocks, enough where those
Then-
people will go out and look
What's
for
the
you
block
guys.
for people who don't live in America?
It's about.
Size can vary depending on what state you live in.
Yeah. It's enough streets away to they'll have
think
to
the better- I
actively
think
search for you.
the better point of reference for us is like a few roads over.
Yeah, it's a few roads
Up
over.
interstate.
Okay.
It's enough where you're close by, but not enough to be immediately spotted. Does that help?
Shopkeeper thing. Yeah.
Like vague enough? Um, Daily, eyes wide, tears welling up still, wiping the blood and tears off him. I I'm gonna help. Please let me help. Clotilde is my best friend.
Yes, we'll get her back.
Mm-hmm. You don't worry, your little head off.
He will then touch you both and cast Pass Without Trace.
Would be better as a larger fighting force. Did anyone see where the other two are? Rika and Arline.
Derry shakes his head. No. You're the first two I ran into, and I was looking for any one of you.
Yeah, I need you to take to the skies and take a look around, see if you can find our other two companions, and then once you find them, if you come back to us, we'll make our way.
Mm-hmm. Are you asking me to do that?
Yes, please, Pierre.
It's not that big of a deal. Just give me one moment. Unfolds her wings, gets in the air.
Pierre, I'm going to need
And
you to
I will-
roll either perception and
Perception?
investigation. And if you will, perception or investigation. I will also need
Almost said perception.
Trading gold.
whichever one's higher. I also need a stealth check from you.
No worries.
Sending gold.
Because stealth is so others won't notice this, the people you don't want to notice.
Well, my investigation is pitiful, so I'll go with perception. That's a 13 for perception, and you need stealth?
Yes. Alright.
Alright,
13.
14 perception, I meant, and a nat 20 plus 2, 22 for stealth.
And you have Pass Without Trace, which makes that a 32.
Goodness.
There is a little help.
Pass Without Trace only counts when you're within 30 feet.
Nope, it's concentration.
Pass them so they can walk off.
Yeah. I'm assuming same rules apply. Go to it with like hold person. As long as you're focusing, it's fine. Yeah, no. On your 14 perception check, you look around with your bird eye view. You do see on a rooftop a little bit further into the city, Arlai, or what looks like Arlai. It looks like a big ass hippo person and a cowboy in a standoff on top of a roof.
Again, she'll swoop back down to explain what she just saw to the others.
Arlai, my other best friend, he's in danger.
Hey,
No, that wouldn't work. I'm not strong enough.
am I worried?
I was going to put Derry on my shoulders and hand him the bow. I'm not strong enough to do that. How far away were they?
She will give She will give the coordinates, or at least her guest coordinates.
They are about on foot, trying to go there. 2 to 3 turns away. 2 turns to be generous. In air, 1 turn. Estimation wise, because you guys were at different parts of the city for what you guys wanted to do. And this is a big city during a festival.
And Pierre doesn't look like they'd be strong enough to lift a pair of us, do they?
If Pierre rolls a successful strength check, yeah, she can do it. Successful meaning 12.
Do what?
If Pierre can roll a successful strength check of 12, she can carry you guys off over there in 1 turn.
Okay, well, I'll do a strength check then. $11.
You try to grab the apothecary and Derry and try to fly up. You're able to lift them 2 feet off the ground before you feel a little tired. It's a little bit too much for you.
If you take Derry, I'll make it on my own. Go. We don't have much time. And the apothecary is going to immediately look for a safe but expedient way down onto the roof of this building.
And you still hurt.
Let's go save our other friends. Derry's gonna take out a dagger and put it between his teeth.
Derry slices his face open because that's not a good way to hold something.
Pierre, you're able to carry Derry by
Derry not
himself.
have hands free?
He's gonna take out his crossbow. Derry has a plan.
Alright,
Not
so
sure he does whilst they're seeing that.
And yeah, I don't really trust Derry's plans.
so take Derry to Arlai.
Yeah, if you take Derry to Arlai, if you reckon it's safe enough, you can come back and get me, but just get over there and deal with the problem if you need to.
Alright. She will fly off with Derry.
Because I've got 3 hit points, so in a straight fight, I'm not going to be terribly helpful anyway.
Jesus Christ. Wait, hang on. Can I use my... Lay on hands. How do those work? How do I replenish those?
You long rest.
You get lay on hands back at long rest, and you can allocate them however you want. You can give out 5 points, you can give out all of your points, but you get your level times 5 as the amount of points you can give out.
Can I give some to the apothecary before I leave?
Yes. How many do you want to give? You have a total of 25. It's 5 times 5.
How much HP are they on?
I am on 3 hit points out of 50.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds instead.
Roll for Cure Wounds.
Okay, my modifier is like con, right?
It's
You'll modify
charisma.
charisma as paladin.
Okay, I just have to double check. Wait a minute. All right, 8.
Cool. That brings me back up to 11.
Yay!
Let's go!
And then she'll take her leave to find Arlai.
Alright. On your next turn, you will be there with Daly. Cheese, it's your go. You just saw Arlai dash over to where Angus is. And I'm assuming, real quick, that Angus didn't jump in the middle of the cloud of daggers, so... yeah.
I don't know, is Arlai feeling particularly suicidal today?
Not really, not yet. Can we move the finger daggers on Beaker's turn?
I believe the cloud of daggers just sticks to whoever you cast it on.
Yeah.
No,
It doesn't
I need to
move.
it.
I follow.
Alright. You're able to get to the building, but unless you have jump, you will not be able to get on top of the building to see Angus until your next turn. Unless you got something super cool.
And how much HP does have not Angus? What his name?
Arlai?
How much health does Arlai have?
Yes, how much HP?
I down to 30 health out 55-ish.
But to cast Cure Wounds, you need to be able to touch them.
There's Healing Word as well.
Yeah, the
Healing word.
Yeah. Roll for healing.
Healing words.
8 horsepower.
You get 8 horses back.
Nice.
LMAO.
Not too bad.
And that's my turn.
Healing Word is a really great spell, but just not letting people die. Because when you hit 0, Healing Word immediately gets you back up, regardless of how far you beat them.
Angus is gonna grin at you. Arlai Hilder. Do you remember the day I knocked you out with your friend?
No. I've been severely concussed in the last week.
It was back in the town of Sardin where I first met you.
No, I think I'm suffering severe brain damage at this point.
Do you remember what I did to you?
Oh, I not suffered from brain damage previously.
No, I have literally no idea What are you talking about? You sound like a crazy person.
I tried to help.
Did you? Or are you
Yeah,
just going to insult me again?
I want to be out of the helping hands. And I thought
I think
maybe...
you're lying.
Who's lying?
Cowboy boy.
You want a little insight? Or do you just want to immediately believe he's lying?
I guess I'll roll insight. I'm very happy to believe this man is lying.
Alright.
That's a wisdom. So 15.
It seems like what he's telling you is the truth, actually. If you take away your biases.
He said he wants to leave the helping hands. He was shooting us from a fucking vantage point before bringing up this conversation. I've
Yeah,
got fucking snipers. Snipers are not the people.
but you made me mad. The man who gave me my powers gets money from the helping hands. I'm a hired gunman for his services. And I don't like what this organization does. But I cannot actively go against the people that I am hired under. It's against the contract, see?
So I'm going to keep shooting you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna shoot you too. And like that, can you make a dexterity saving throw? As he shoots a lightning bolt straight at you.
Motherfucker, he's talking about this isn't how duels work. And then fucking yammers on about surrendering.
Oh no, he's not surrendering. He wants you dead.
He yammered on about it.
That's a failed saving throw.
Yes, it is.
Alright. You take 37 points of damage.
How much?
37.
You have a single hit point left.
I have a single hit point left.
Yeah, as he does lightning bolts, it staggers through you. And the rooftop ignites in flames.
You'd think Thunderstruck's main thing would be Thunder Wave, wouldn't you?
That's also a spell he has.
No, I have no longer got brain power left.
Oh, and you have to make concentrations.
Your move.
Oh, shit. As in larger concentration spell.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to use concentration now.
Well, don't worry, I just have to roll half of whatever the damage was.
Like 18. 37
That's
points of damage. So yeah, like 18.
I thought it's rounded up.
No, everything's round down. We've been through this last time.
Oh, yes.
We've had 2 examples of things that round up in the whole book.
Yeah. Yeah, this was an argument last time. Yeah, 13 fails.
Yeah, that fails. I'll get back down to normal size.
Yeah, and it's your turn, alright. Well,
I can't help but wonder if those people need to die.
actually, Angus is going to jump to the next roof.
What a fucking pussy. Did me shouting at him and calling him a pussy not make him stop running away?
No, it's not.
Okay.
He's staying just enough distance where you can't get into melee range from him.
I don't want to get into melee range. I just want to hit him with some spells.
Yeah.
I think.
2 ranged fighters fighting.
One range fighter, one sniper going against some form of wizard.
So you're hit by a D6 every day.
D8.
So you're basically just
Wait, how does this work?
what?
Whenever you cast. No. Whenever you cast an artificer spell through the firearm, roll a d8. You gain a bonus to one of the spell's damage rolls equal to the number. So it's not even that great. Right. I'm gonna shoot him with some scorching rays.
Alright. Make the attack roll.
Cool. 24,
You know what? That surprisingly hits.
16,
Hits.
or 28.
Hits. Damn. Nice.
Do I
I
add...
hardly hit with that spell in Baldur's Gate 3.
No. Fuck me.
That's so bad. Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
you hit him and he just grunts.
I got 4 ones. And none of the dice were higher than a 4. Oh, that was brutal.
Is that all you do, RLI?
Yeah. Oh no, my cannon will shoot. My cannon will shoot. Fuck it. 16.
Hits. It hits.
Yeah, 2d8. Take 7 more points of damage. Go fuck yourself, prick.
Calling me a coward yet. It's 2 versus
Stop
1.
running away!
Stop fighting 2 versus 1.
Whoa. Harley looks around looking for his teammate. I can't see anybody else here.
And on that note, Pierre, you make it above the battlefield. The rooftop RLI stands on is on fire. The heat's building up.
I thought you were going to be Thunderbirds.
No,
Dun,
it's
dun,
you.
dun,
I don't know.
dun, 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 dun,
What do you do,
dun,
Snotty?
Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 da.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rise of Valkyries.
Snotty?
They both work.
Audie? I think Snotty fell asleep. Alright. Gath, what do you do?
I start making my way over. In
Alright.
fact, can I see their rooftop from my rooftop?
From your rooftop, yeah, you see from further down the way, smoke. A smoke signal.
Trying to think about that. No, I can't. I cannot do anything about that. Well, I suppose it's time for me to start fucking running then. I look for a way off this rooftop and I just book it in the general direction.
All right, you are able to head in the right direction. Cheese. As you make it to this building and cast Healing Word, you notice that the building you're at now is full of smoke from above. You saw a blast of lightning through the air above you, coming from the fight. What would you like to do?
Find a way up, I guess.
Yeah, you're able to use your movement to find a fire ladder, and with the rest of your movement, you're able to come up. On the other rooftop across, you can see through the fire and blaze Angus. To your right, you can see Arlai and what seems to be just fire surrounding them.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Alright, roll for health.
HP.
You get back the 11 horsepower.
And that's my turn.
Angus looks at you. Arlai.
Okay.
With his bellowing cape, he jumps back on to your rooftop. With his finger, he points at you. Any last requests?
Yes. Could you sing Tainted Love by Soft Cell?
I don't know what that is. And his cloak shines. And one of these dice rolls is re-rolled. Whoops. Does a 19 hit you?
Yep.
He shoots you for 13 damage.
Only had one hit point,
Cool.
so it doesn't
I'm
matter.
dead.
You're not dead, you're unconscious.
I'm dying.
And like that, after he hits you, he grabs your body and casts Dimension Door. Pierre, Snotty's gone. Apothecary, you're able to get there as the fire starts to tear down this building. Rika, you just
If I was
watched.
playing a real wizard, I would have had counterspell for this fight.
No, well, someone decided to play a shit tier wizard with no life.
Hey, I don't like artificers.
And it turns out artificers are shit tier wizards with no lives.
I get it. The wizard would have had less health, but Jesus Christ, having more spells.
Yeah, but the
Uh,
wizard would have had things that like counter spell and shield and mage armor, and then they weren't just getting
Vika,
fucking on
You
you.
open his chest and stand on this button.
through the fire, you see this just giant portal of a door open as this man picks up Arlai and walks through it. The door suddenly closes. Apothecary, as you're making your way here, you notice out of the corners of your eye City Watch, as well as people you recognize from the Helping Hands, approaching this location fast. You're just a little bit faster, and with dairies passed without a trace, they don't notice you. You're able to make it to the rooftop with Rika there.
And what's the situation? Do I manage to catch
You-
Ally getting kidnapped?
You catch a dimension door closing. Just as much as Rika.
Do I have the chance to loose an arrow at the dimension door?
Yeah, roll at disadvantage. 18 makes it in.
That's a 7 and a 4.
Yeah, your arrow zooms past it. The smoke goes into the air. Sirens in a distance. The sirens imply for the water buckets near to the nearest well to come. The watch come because of the commotion, and the other helping hands come because that was definitely Angus's lightning bolt. This building is starting to become surrounded, and in the dust, you may never find peace. And that's how we're going to end today's session. Good job, guys. You guys took down Cook.
For the second time.
Yeah.
We get Angus though.
Why
He's-
though?
He's dead. Oh, Snotty, you're here.
Yeah.
You fell asleep. You missed your turn.
Fuck.
You could have
Again.
saved Arlai. It's okay.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. Next Friday we won't be having a session, but the Friday after we will. Jess has said, Jess, you said you're not going to make it the next 2 sessions about?
Yeah.
Or the next 2 weeks. So next week we're not having one, and that's also because my coworker is playing at a bar and has invited me to come watch.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, right. He's actually a pretty good musician. I want to support him. I want to see him play live, because when I heard him in his band playing a practice space that's like smaller than my apartment's living room, I couldn't hear them singing, but they were fucking amazing. They played you guys heard the song Soul Crusher
No.
Potentially.
by White Zombie or Rob Zombie? White Zombie?
No.
Not.
Rob
I haven't
Zombie
heard
is
of
a
it.
musician.
Yeah, Rob Zombie's on.
I don't know who White Zombie is.
Yeah, Rob Zombie then.
I can't remember what the fuck we even know.
Yeah, they did a cover of it, and it's really fucking good. But Pierre, if you want your last scene real quick, it's as you're making it over to the rooftops, Arlai is shot and becomes unconscious as Angus takes him through a dimension door as the smoke from the burning building rises into the air. But
Yeah.